All right, everybody, I think you've all heard there's an update from Ankur Jain, the CEO of Bilt, around Bilt 2.0. I'm going to talk about what those changes are as simply as possible. They're a little confusing again, so I'm going to try and make it really simple for you and actually reveal what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to keep my Venture X or go to the Built Palladium. You may be surprised, 50-50, maybe not, but we'll find out. So what was announced actually was a pretty big change and another option for Bilt 2.0. You could do the 4% Bilt Cash thing. That was a little confusing, which is still fine. Or you could just do points. So it basically works the same way as today, except you would just accumulate points for rent. There's no Bilt Cash. Just pretend it doesn't even exist. So there's 4 tiers, but it is a gradual scale. They're just kind of examples. So if you want all of your rent, let's say, for example, $3,000 for rent, you do need to spend 75% of that rent, so which is $2,250. So again, 3,000 rent, 2,250. If your rent's 2,000, that's 1,500. If you spend that on the Bilt card, then you will get the same amount of points in rent that you would normally get for the card today. With this though, because you're not doing Bilt Cash, they want to make sure you're not as capped. So you can actually get 1.25 the amount of rent. So in this case, if you spent $3,000, you would get 1.25 points, right? So for that, it would be what, 37.50. So in this way, basically, it's just points like it was before. You can get more if you spend more. It's pretty hard to do that depending on your rent, but it is another option. So again, just to simplify, the one we just spoke about, even though it sounds a little confusing if you think about it, it's really just what Bilt is today, except instead of just getting rent, so if you paid 3,000 in rent, you get 3,000 points. There's an opportunity to get 1.25 that amount if you spend 100% of your rent, which in that case is $3,000. The other option is Bilt Cash, which again, you have to spend roughly the same amount. But if you spend 75% of your rent, you would get all the points, and any additional would be just tacked on as Bilt Cash, which can be spent on other things, but it's a little bit vague. We don't really know what you can spend it on. So, you can pick and choose every month. You can actually switch back and forth. So if you want to start with points, which is, I think, the safer bet, in a few months, you could see what you could redeem the Bilt Cash for, how much you're spending, and you could switch. So it is nice that they released this. It's just funny that it took this backlash. They didn't think about this before. It's nice that they were quick about it, but again, it's a little weird that they waited. If you did decide to go with Bilt, I would recommend just doing the points to start out with. You already know how it works. It's pretty easy to understand. Your points go a lot further with transfer partners, and then you can figure out the Bilt Cash stuff later. If you're looking at the experiences and lifts and all the stuff, and you like what you can do with Bilt Cash more than points, maybe you're not a big traveler, then you could do the Bilt Cash option. But if you do transfer points out, it's always recommended to accumulate as many points as possible because they just go so much further than the 1 cent per point that you would get from Bilt Cash. All right, so here it is. I've been thinking around for the past week around what I should do from Venture X to Built Palladium, and I'm gonna go with Built Palladium. I wanna remind you that this video is not sponsored by Bilt. I promise. Look at my subs. I don't have nearly enough for a sponsorship right now. Maybe one day with your help if you wanna share or like it. But I don't have that right now. This is just my opinion on Built Palladium, and I'm gonna go through the pros of switching and also the cons of switching that I have to deal with. So first one is Venture X has canceled their priority pass guests. I travel with my wife 9 out of 10 times. And if I want to go to a priority pass lounge, now I won't be able to, or we have to pay. Bilt lets you allow 2 guests. So that's a big one. So if I stay with Venture, priority pass is kind of going down the toilet. I kind of lose it. But if I go to Bilt, I still have priority pass memberships. They're not great domestically, but internationally, they're amazing. And it's just nice to have that lounge access depending on the airports or the places you travel to. So a big reason is I like the points from rent. 36,000 points, that's a lot annually because I pay rent of $3,000. And it's my primary card. So because it's 2 times on everything, it's similar to the Venture X. I'd use it a ton, so I could get a lot of points so I don't lose anything there. But that's a lot of points, and that doesn't even include the 1.25 I could potentially get if I spend more on it. Also, it'll be my primary card, my catch-all, 2 times everything like I just stated. Restaurants, Sapphire Preferred, Flex is rotating categories, Prime is Amazon. That's kind of gonna be my ecosystem. There's a couple cards I'm thinking about too, but it's a simple ecosystem. I would just switch Venture to Bilt. I already have Bilt, so it's really getting rid of a card. So yeah, there's that. It's kind of a con, but it's not really. I just want to call it out. Bilt doesn't have a free authorized user. It costs $100, but what I'm gonna do is to get around that is just add my card to my wife's Apple wallet. So she can basically pay with it as much as she can, which is probably like 75% of places that she shops at anyway. So we get around that. It's kind of a con, but I want to call it here on the pro that it's just easy to add it. And I'm not really losing much. Another reason to sign a bonus, 50,000 Bilt points and 300 Bilt Cash for spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. Should be pretty easy to hit. That's a lot of points. Goes a long way. If it's 2 cents per point, that's, like $1,000. In addition to the $300 Bilt Cash, which is pretty nice. Introductory rewards are always amazing to build up your amount of points. And anytime you can do it where it makes sense and you want to add it to your ecosystem, I highly do recommend it. It's not quite a pro, but it's good timing. My Venture X renews in March. So if this starts February 1st, that's around a good time to switch where I'm not double paying. If I just paid my $400 for Venture X and then a month later had to pay for the $500 for Built Palladium, that would sting. This timing works out pretty well for this, so I'll put it in the pro category. Last one is I like the Bilt ecosystem. It's small, but I like Rent Day. I like the CEO. I like that they're personable. I like that they try different things. If we were to look at this card brand new, never existing, we'd be obsessed with it because it's the first time you can actually get points from rent. The only reason why we're pissed, including myself, is because we had it so amazing before. But it's no different than Uber. Uber was so cheap before, now it's so expensive. They did it to get market share, and now they need to make money. I get it, it sucks. But again, I like the ecosystem. I like Bilt. I think it's kind of fun on Rent Day, and I want to stay with Bilt. They'd be sad to leave. Some of the cons of switching: I lose TSA pre-check every 4 years. It's $100 every 4 years, whatever. Like $100 for $25 a year. It's a con, but it's not that big of a deal. I lose Capital One lounges. I think there's like 5. I don't live in a city that is close to one. If I was in like New York or Dallas or Denver that have them, that'd be a big deal because I always travel out of those, but I don't. So I lose those. It kind of sucks, but I don't go to them often anyway. I do lose some transfer partners that were beneficial, especially on my honeymoon, but I don't typically travel internationally a ton, maybe once a year. And I actually think the transfer partners of Bilt are actually better. They're better domestically, not internationally, but I'm like trading the rare international, which would be nice, for the common domestic ones, I think is a fair trade. But I do lose some of the unique ones because I have some of them still for Chase Sapphire Preferred. It's just kind of a flip-flop. Also, the travel rewards for Venture X is easier. The $300 travel credit can be used on hotels or flights, which is so much easier than Bilt, which gives you two $200 hotel credits that you have to use, and they come once every half of a year. So every 6 months you get $200 credit, and there's a 2-night minimum spend for hotels through the Bilt travel portal. So I'll be spending like $400 or $500 and only get $200. It's kind of forcing me to spend more money. That kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, like we don't use hotels often. Normally we use points to stay at hotels, so it is a big con actually. If anything, we'll have a couple staycations. I could always use the additional points or the Bilt Cash I get from the introductory to kind of pay for these little staycations or little hotel visits. That's definitely one of the biggest cons and what made me think the most. The $300 easiness of the Venture X versus the two $200 hotel credits. Maybe they'll change them in the future if we all bitch enough. I will be the first one bitching. But that is one of the biggest cons about switching. So I thought a lot about it. Obviously, you heard the pros and the cons, and I thought about it for a week, and I'm going to do it. For my ecosystem, how I spend money, what I value. It's important that you think about what you spend, what you value, the math behind it. Don't open cards just because you think it's cool. Really think about the introductory bonus that you're going to get, your everyday spend. Is it going to be one of your main cards, or is it going to sit in the wallet? Can you afford the annual payment? Don't get something if you can't afford it, or take advantage of the benefits to make sure it gets lower. As always, stay productive AF. Comment below on what you're going to do with the Bilt card. Which of the 3 are you going to get? Why are you going to get it? Are you going to remove another card? How pissed are you about this? Any comments are welcome. I appreciate you helping me grow the channel, and have a great day.